aircraft, they have high load factors, they have low-cost airport facilities, all these things. So we need to really look at how we can go forth and break into the European market once again in order to compete with those kind of airlines. And I think, in essence, they're our main weaknesses.
You have a clear impression of where BA is at the moment. What are your next moves? What is your business strategy?
Yeah, look, I think this is really the crucial bit, and this is where I come in with my experience as the new CEO. 3 words sum it up: change, change, and more change, right? As I said earlier, BA lacked a strategy, a focus, a vision. We're going to implement that. We're going to be proactive, we're going to give them a clear vision, and that's going to entail being very aggressive and diversifying BA's current business model, right? So how are we going to do that? Well, we've split it up essentially into short-term and long-term objectives. So what are our short-term objectives? Number 1, we're going to push to merge with Iberia. Number 2, we're going to introduce a very aggressive marketing campaign. And number 3, we're going to work to maintain and improve T5's infrastructure. The long-term objectives, I think, are a bit tougher to implement, but in the long run will be very beneficial for BA in terms of profitability and market share. So first of all, we're going to establish a presence in the European short-haul market by acquiring Flybe. Number 2, we're going to establish a presence in the Indian market, a huge emerging market economy. We really need to push to get there, and any corporate firm in this day and age, I think, needs to be looking at emerging markets. And number 3, we're going to capitalise on the recent developments in the US Open Skies Agreement to push further for more deregulation and to basically, essentially in the long run, establish some sort of a presence in the United States.
Why merge with Iberia?
Look, consolidation in the industry is inevitable. If we don't do it, we're going to lose market share, we're going to lose out to the likes of Air France, KLM, Lufthansa. Everyone's doing it, we have to do it. So merging with Iberia essentially is going to hopefully allow us to maintain and increase our market share. Look at it from this perspective. We've estimated that we're going to have £400 million in cost savings, right? It's an excellent strategic fit. Iberia is very strong, if not the strongest, in the Europe to Latin America market. We're very weak there. And similarly, we're very strong in the Europe to North Atlantic market, where Iberia is very weak. Secondly, in terms of opportunity, it's a huge growth opportunity for us, because, you just need to look at Madrid's Barajas airport. There they have 2 runways, they're going to expand that to 4 runways. So in that sense, it's a way of expanding into Europe as well. So the benefits are just out there, and we really need to capitalise on it now.
What exactly are your marketing strategies?
Well, look, we're going to, as I said, introduce a very aggressive marketing campaign with the aim of combating the negative perception that's been around in the markets at the moment. So how are we going to do that? Well, number 1, we're going to actually advertise and market the travelling experience for the premium end customers rather than just the flight. Number 2, we're going to introduce a free park and ride system. We know at the moment park and ride, getting to the airport, is a cost that customers worry about. So if we offer them a free park and ride system, then hopefully we can gain a competitive advantage in that way. And another thing we're going to do is implement an onboard catalogue for the premium sector of the market, so that customers have access to things like LCD TVs, high technology kit cameras, digital cameras, or whatever, that we can source from all over the world and then provide them as, deliver to their home. So effectively making it more of a customer-focused experience.
You've already said that you want to break into the short-haul market and India. How do you intend to do this?
With respect to the short-haul market, we're going to acquire Flybe. Why Flybe? Because we already have a 15% stake in Flybe, so it seems like a natural progression to fully consolidate. We have a knowledge of their culture, and they have a knowledge of our culture through the BA Connect deal, and we can also, extract huge cost synergies in terms of pooling resources such as skills, pilots, engineers, etc. On top of that, Flybe also has a maintenance centre, and actually 65% of the work this maintenance centre does is for third-party airlines such as BA. So we could pool that maintenance sector and integrate it with our own engineering facilities. As well as that, Flybe would then have access to a large route network that we have, BA has. And I think ultimately that will enable us to in the future compete and lower prices and compete against Ryanair and EasyJet. With respect to India, We've identified a potential strategic partner, to form a strategic alliance with, and they're SpiceJet. We think they're very good, and we'd like to pursue some sort of a strategic alliance on that. We need to look into that a lot more. But we've also identified a possible city, and we need to keep on identifying possible cities such as for future destinations, such as Ahmedabad in the state of Gujarat. And I think if we keep on pursuing these kind of strategies, then we'll be well placed for the future.
One final point. What is your strategy with respect to the Open Skies Agreement?
Look, Open Skies, we're going to push the US government to further deregulate so that we can establish, hopefully in the future, in the States, a huge domestic market. And secondly, I think what we need to do is establish ourselves at different European cities, European centres, to fly to the States, to capitalise on the fact that it's been deregulation is happening, and we need to be proactive and make the most of it. Thank you very much.